Welcome back to OG Talks. I'm doing a preview this week of Brentford and Chelsea this Sunday at Stamford Bridge. Before I start, I just want to give a big shout out to the Academy boys pulling off that win against Astana, I believe their name is, this week. They beat them 3-1 in minus 1 degree Fahrenheit conditions. So that's big win. And, we got to see some names that we really weren't familiar with. I want to give a shout out to Achampong and Samuel Roksaki. I think you pronounce it like that. But yeah, they were great. Even Mark Guiu, who probably should have won man of the match. All great. I mean, things are just clicking on a different level for Chelsea right now. But this is actually a very, very tough matchup. Don't let the stats deceive you. I think we could run into some real trouble with this Brentford team. I believe as of right now, the top two goal-scoring teams in the league are Brentford and Chelsea. The only difference being that Brentford have conceded 28 goals this season, which is that's like relegation territory. Like, no team should be conceding 28 goals by mid-December, and they're in ninth, which is unbelievable. Just a testament to how good their attacking play is, and that's what really concerns me with this team. I think we might get caught on the counter a couple of times. They got some real dangerous guys. They got Wissa, however you pronounce that, and Mbumo. And we have probably two of our slower defenders who are going to start this game. I think we're going to go with Colwill, obviously. And I think we're probably going to pair him with Badiashile because they've been a decent pairing in our last couple of matches with Fofana out. But I think a player like Fofana would be huge for this game because their speed is pretty fucking deadly on the counterattack. So we'll see. I'm expecting an early goal. Probably within the first 15 minutes of this match, there's going to be a goal. Both clubs are known for coming out hot. So as you can see, last week, Chelsea conceded 2 in the first 10 minutes, and it's oh shit. And they go and get one back in the 17th. So very early on, we're going to get a goal. I already know that. So that's a little hint for you bettors out there. But yeah, I'm just going to go over my predicted 11. So I got Sancho on the left, Jackson in the middle, Noni on the right because apparently Neto is on a suspension, which I didn't even know until a couple days ago. But I guess he's on a yellow card suspension. And then I got Palmer, obviously, Enzo, obviously, Caicedo, obviously, Cucurella, Levi, Badiashile, Gusto. And I put Jorgensen on my 11, but we all know Robert Sanchez is probably going to get the call. And the reason I'm so nervous for this game is because since Brentford got promoted those couple of years ago, Chelsea really have never been able to beat them, especially at the Bridge. You have to go all the way back to 2021 just to find the last time that they beat Brentford. And since then, last season we drew them once and then we lost 2-0 at the Bridge. Come the fuck on. Fuck Mauricio Pochettino, dude. But seriously, it's kind of like our kryptonite team almost. I just don't know what it is with Brentford and Chelsea, but they just seem to get the better of us every time we play. But the one thing that is kind of a relief to me is this Brentford team is absolutely atrocious playing away this season. I don't know what it is. Thomas Frank, the Brentford coach, came out and said he doesn't even know what the fuck it is, why they play so bad away from home. But I'm just going to go over the stats. Brentford at home this season are the only undefeated team at home. They have 7 wins, 1 draw, and their goal ratio is 26 goals scored, 14 goals conceded. But when they go away, they are fucking terrible. Brentford away, no wins away this season, 1 draw, 6 losses, and their goal ratio is 5 goals scored to 14 goals conceded. So obviously, that's a big relief. Chelsea, to be honest, they've been great away this season, but at home, they kind of got something to prove. Obviously, Palmer seems to play better at the Bridge, but that's up in the air right now. I do predict that Jackson will score a goal this game. That's part of my OG parlay that I'm going to be dropping later this weekend. So stay tuned for that. Follow me on the Instagram, by the way, Gatorade Talk. I got some reels and shit coming there. But yeah, anyways, I'm just nervous with our defense right now because Mbumo and Vissa are honestly like two of the better attackers in the entire Prem. I hope no one saw me spit, bro. But yeah, Mbumo was getting like Arsenal transfer talks earlier this season. So I mean they've proven that they can perform at the top level. Absolutely. I mean they're pretty much a guaranteed goal or assist every game they play. Great fantasy pickups if anyone plays FPL. And Mbumo has been fucking balling for me on that team, even though my team is garbage. Let's be honest. And the reason I went Gusto over having Caicedo as our inverting right back is because, again, I talked about this in my last video. After the game against Spurs, apparently there was some hamstring concerns with Lavia. I don't know how serious that is. But even if it's just like a tweak or something like that, I don't want to risk it, Let's just get through December, even if we don't need Lavia to start every game. But let's just get through December. I think Gusto is good for the job. He's not shit or anything. He really does deserve a spot in the starting 11. So I think he's more than earned it. One thing I will say is Gusto in the midfield is kind of garbage. Like I would much rather have Cucurella inverting over Gusto. Gusto just frustrates the fuck out of me sometimes. His crosses are not great. And it seems like every time the ball falls to him outside of the box, he just wants to fucking shoot. And it's like, dude, you have 0 Chelsea goals. You've been here for 2 fucking years now. Or I guess we'll call it like a year and a half. But you have 0 career goals. And you still shoot from the fucking outside the box every time I see the ball fall to him. And it just goes flying over the bar. And it is pretty frustrating at times. But Gusto is quality. And I know one day he's going to hit one of those. And I'm going to go fucking crazy. It's going to be a great day. But yeah, that's the reason I went with Gusto over Lavia. And again, I don't think it's, the end of the world having a player like Gusto's quality out there over Romeo Lavia. But yeah, I'm predicting a Chelsea win. I know that's a little bit maybe controversial with, I feel like Brentford might be due for an away win. I think they can turn things around on their season. They honestly could make Europe. Like the way that the table is just so tight and so jam-packed right now. I mean, three good wins in a row will fly you up the table right now with the way things are. So yeah, I think Brentford are going to be motivated to get some away wins. But we'll see. That's really just a testament of mentality right there. And again, I really didn't touch on this, but I think Jorgensen has more than earned the start over Robert Sanchez, bro. What has Robert Sanchez shown me? Like, seriously, he was awful against Spurs, bro. Seriously. Like, I get the first goal, really not his fault. Second goal, I did say he could have done a little bit better on. But, dude, it's the shit that you don't see on the score sheet. Like, he made so many errors passing out the back that should have been goals, and we just kind of lucked out. But that's the type of shit that changes the course of the entire season, having a guy like him back there. And I know I said in my last video that we are not in a title challenge, but he is part of the fucking reason why I say we're not. So if we could bring in Jorgensen and he proves that he is a better shot stopper, just a better like force in that net than Robert Sanchez is, I think we have a better chance at least. I still don't think we're going to win the title this season, but I definitely think Jorgensen over Sanchez will improve the the consistency of this defense for sure, because he has so many fucking howlers and we're only in December. Like I can make a probably like a 10 or fucking 15 minute Robert Sanchez fail compilation right now and post it, because he is fucking shocking. Between him and Onana, I really don't know who's worse, because Onana at least Onana started the season good, and then over the past 2 games they played, he's just regressed back into debut season Onana, where he's just shit every game. Against Forest, he was absolutely fucking tragic. I could not believe my eyes seeing that. What was it, Hudson Odoi? I think it was Hudson Odoi who scored. I could be, or Goods White, maybe. One of them two last name motherfuckers. I really don't know, bro. But yeah, I just think Jurgensen has proved himself. He's just good quality. So again, I don't think Maresca is gonna make that change. But it is what it is. We'll stick with Robert Sanchez. We'll back the manager. Not my decision. But yeah, other than that, I do think Chelsea will win this game. I am predicting like 5 goals this game. Not for Chelsea, just like the total. So if you want to hit over 4.5 goals, that is more than in play with the way these teams score. But yeah, I think that'll do it. So I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Take care.